Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Chakra Wisdom Tarot by Tori Hartman, artwork by Katrina Sokolova. Websites are WatkinsPublishing.com and ToriHartman.com. On the other box here, there's also WatkinsPublishing.co.uk, and I'll show you that in a second. The other cards I'm using are the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman. This one is illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin, though. And this is the one that has, in that little black strip, you can see WatkinsPublishing.co.uk if you're interested. Or, there's ToriHartman.com and, of course, WatkinsPublishing.com if any of that works for you. All right, what do we have for Taurus? It feels like that deck feels huge all of a sudden. What's up with that? How many? I'm just like slapping down cards. Are you bailing somebody out? What's going on? You got the High Priestess here. Which, this is a very honest card. Kind of like, alright, this is how it was supposed to work out, and that's nice, but here's what actually worked out. And now that we're dealing with what actually worked out, what do we got? What do we need to do? How do we make this work to our greatest advantage? It's just very realistic. Kind of like, we wanted that, this is what we got, let's make the best of what we actually have. I feel like you got some momentum going on. Like, I can't just sit here and think about it all day. We got to get things done. I got other things to do. I think that's what this is too. Your energy is very, I wouldn't say you were aggravated, but you're kind of like, I got other things to do. So let's just deal with what we have, put it together, and I got to continue on. I got too many things going on today to sit here and just whine about it. You can't sit here and play the poor me game. Don't have time for it. Way too many things going on. And I feel like you're very strong with that. Kind of like, I don't think you're trying to be mean to anybody, but you're just like calling it out for what it is. Come on, let's keep going. Other things to do. You're very much about keeping on schedule at this point. It's very, very important. Kind of like, I really do have some responsibilities here. Like, I don't have time for this. Let's keep going. The other side, the hanged woman, the hanged person, they want to kind of step out for a minute. And I almost feel like, all right, well, when you're done with doing what we have to do, you can do that. Is that how that's going? Like, you're not going to let this person get in your way. I understand that. Can't, no. The strength in the Four of Pentacles, whatever it is you're doing with them, I feel like you're pushing on them. Listen, finish what I need you to do, and then whatever. Go do what you got to do. If you want to sit there and think about it for 10 days, as long as you don't get in my way, as long as you don't cause me issue, okay. And I feel like I'm letting them go on their own. Like, all right, you go over there and think about that if that's what you need to do. Is there some resentment here? I'm seeing the Five of Swords. Like, for some reason I'm getting the word resentment here. We don't want to create that, but there's success here. I am keeping up with what I need to do. And I've got things I got to get done. I'm not going to let this sink because of this. I don't see the purpose in screwing the whole day up. I don't see the point in screwing the whole day or the whole week up because something didn't go as planned. Pick up the pieces, keep moving, and I got other things to do. I keep getting that over and over, like, I am on schedule, don't get in my way. It's almost like getting on my nerves. Like, listen, don't get in my way, I got things to do. Continue through and finish what you have to do. Seven of Pentacles. Alright, we're keeping things on schedule. I feel like we're keeping things on schedule, but this situation here, whatever happened, is not over. I don't know if you're really looking at it as if it was over. But at the same time, I'm like, why can't this other person pick the pieces up and start putting it together? They're caught in this negative energy where they just want to give up. And they're feeling like it just didn't work in their favor. They're feeling like judgment went against them. They want to give up on things. They're feeling, the word guilt is there, but I feel like it's a little different. Kind of like, the poor me energy more than guilt, but you can use guilt there if you want. I mean, that's what the card says. But I feel kind of more about this kind of like, it's not fair energy. I feel like what needs to happen to get this unstuck is you have to kind of like show them the possibilities and kind of like, all right, I want this back where it's supposed to be. What was supposed to happen didn't happen, but we have other things we can do with what we did get. Let's see how close we can get that to the original goal and adjust accordingly. It's kind of like we were going to put things over here. This was the destination. Didn't quite make it. All right, let's see what we need to do to get it to that destination either at a later time or to update our destination because we can't make it that far. Let's just deal with it and move forward and just make the appropriate decisions. Because I feel like I'm not looking to recreate the wheel here. Kind of like, well, no, the destination was there. It's either going to be later than expected or we're going to have to adjust the destination because we just can't make it that far. So since we can't make it that far, how far can we make it, and what will that do to the rest of the rest of our plans? And you seem to be just, if you can circle back around, just pick it up and kind of like, all right, just get back on point, get back in schedule. We're going to update the schedule and do what you can to get back in line. Not something you're really a fan of, is what I'm getting. But I get, this is definitely something you can persevere with. Literally, the perseverance card is there. You got the Four of Cups. Do I want to do this? No. Is it better if I do it? Yeah, I guess so. It is definitely going to take you off schedule a little bit. You're not going to be happy about that. But the outcome, if you do circle back around and help get people back in point, I feel like, yeah. Well, I see this card. I like this. Ten of Cups. It's going to be good. Things are going to go back where it needs to. There's something here that's random. Can Taurus do anything about that? Can you do anything about the random? It's Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. And the High Priestess again. We got to get these people working a little harder. I don't know if that's an easy feat. We got to kind of, keep them more in touch. And we got to keep pushing them forward. If you want to deal with this random energy, there's something with random energy here. If they keep you in earshot or if they keep you in touch and let you know what's happening, I feel like you can kind of I almost feel like you might bark at them. Kind of like, well, then do that. Well, then do this. Kind of like, to you, it's like obvious. That didn't go the best. You wanted to make sandwiches. You ended up with pita bread. Then make it with pita bread. You wanted cake. You can't get cake, but you can get pudding. Then swap out the cake for pudding. Just, if you can, like, make something with pudding. If you're not going to have cake and you wanted to have a birthday cake, you're going to have to figure out a birthday pudding then. You got some sprinkles, put it in a nice big bowl. Do you have some cookies? Layer it with cookies. Throw some sprinkles on top. Happy birthday pudding. Make it work. Because I feel like to you it's like obvious. Just like, all right, you can't do that, but you got this. Just make it work. It's not ideal, but it can still work. Just make it work. Like literally, birthday pudding. Yeah, it's not the ideal dessert you were looking for. You wanted a birthday cake. It's not going to happen. You don't have to go completely without. Take those cookies, layer cookie and pudding, throw those sprinkles on top. Bam. You got yourself some birthday pudding. Enjoy. To you, I feel like to you it's like painfully obvious. Like painfully. Kind of like just keep moving. Just make it work. I feel like it's trudging along. It's trudging along, but it's successful. You might want to keep an earshot of it. Just tell them to keep you in the loop. And I feel like when they start stammering, or I don't know, this didn't quite go as well, you just make the birthday pudding. Make the birthday pudding and move on with your life. Move on with your life. It's a dessert. It's not a way of life. It's just a dessert. Last one day. It's over. Come on. Just have your birthday pudding and get over it. I feel the aggravation coming in. Again, painfully obvious to you. Painfully. I feel like you're trying to help them with their perception. There's a weird energy with this where like somebody's caught up in like the perfect outcome that is just never going to happen. It is just kind of like, stop playing the perfect game. Just, and I feel like you want to kind of like tell this person, like, stop playing the perfect game. It's just a game. It's an illusion at that. Stop doing that. Just stop it. Please stop it. Take what you have. Look at your reality. Look at what you actually have as resource, and use that. Use that. Wait, if you don't know what you're going to have for a resource, then plan for what you think you're going to get, and when you get something different, just adjust accordingly. Make your birthday pudding. Make your birthday pudding. I feel like you're trying to help this person. You're trying to help them advance. I mean, it's a general read. We can hope for the best on that, but I'm getting like, I'm hoping for a butterfly, I'm getting a moth. I'm hoping for a butterfly and I'm getting a moth is what I keep thinking. I don't know what that means to the person listening to this, but like, personally for me, like, butterflies are kind of cute, moths are kind of scary. I know they're very similar, but you know, a big giant moth with those feet and stuff. Oh, God, I can't. A little tiny butterfly that just wants to flutter around. Well, that's cool. I'm hoping for a butterfly, but I'm getting a moth. It's what I keep getting here. I don't even know what to say. If you see it for what it is, just plan for it. I feel like what they're saying is just accept that this energy is just not... You might look at it like it should be picking up pace and getting on board. It's just not. And I feel like the sooner you accept that it's just not, I feel like the less you're going to get frustrated with it, because you stop expecting more. It is just easier. It's less stress for you, because you're kind of like, at some point you're going to click in and you're going to realize, you didn't get what you wanted, so make the best you can of what you got. It's just not. They just never seem to do it. My nose is itching all of a sudden. They just never seem to do it. But if you keep anticipating and waiting and hoping they're going to get it, the longer they don't get it, the more it frustrates you. If you just kind of like, they're just not going to get it. If you just accept that they're not going to get it, I just feel like it's less stress for you. You got to decide what you think is right with that. I get that. But I just feel like it's just less stress. Just kind of like... And I also feel like for some of you, you might be like, well, since that's how it's always going to be and it's never going to really fly correctly, maybe there's a way to move people around, and maybe I can get somebody else in that position who can do it the way I need it to be done. Maybe that's an option you haven't considered. Maybe. Is that an option? Is it? That's a question for how you're listening to this and if that makes sense. Maybe that's the answer. The one that you have in that position is not the right one for that position. And maybe accepting that is what we are finally moving towards at some point, because they can't do it, or they at least don't seem to be willing to do it the right way. So maybe at some point we need to move things around so that they're not even handling that anymore. That may be difficult, but maybe an option to consider. Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. This is James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.